Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Centennial Conference Corner. My name is Amber Thomas, and today I'm joined by Holly Clarke, Johns Hopkins track and field and cross country alum. How are you doing today, Holly?
Good. How are you, Amber?
Doing good. So, what have you been up to since leaving the doors of Johns Hopkins?
Well, I can't believe it's been 8 years since I graduated. I've been doing a lot and nothing at the same time. When I first graduated, I moved to South Africa for a year. Was not ready to join the professional working world yet, but made my way out to San Francisco, where I basically navigated my way into the healthcare tech field out here. And I've been in healthcare tech ever since. So graduating with a public health degree was kind of a great segue into the healthcare environment out here. And actually, I currently work as an account manager at a mental wellness benefits company called Modern Health, which was started by a fellow Hopkins alum. And she played lacrosse at Hopkins, and I think she graduated in 2012. So we're a little Blue Jay family out in San Francisco.
I love that. So the next year on our Centennial Conference Title IX timeline is the year 2012, which I know is special for you and your team because it was your first national championship. And I think everyone, or at least almost every student athlete, kind of has that moment that they dream of that national championship title. So if you take us back to the year 2012 and kind of what was that experience like? Did that race feel different?
Yeah, I also can't believe that was 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago. But there are definitely like very few moments in my life that I have this like visceral emotional feeling. One includes making it to Nike Cross Nationals in high school. The second is this race, and the third is qualifying for the Olympic trials. But I really remember going into this cross country race feeling pretty like independently confident that I'd perform well. I had like been doing like pretty well, I feel like in the fall of 2012. But my performance means nothing unless like the girls on my team who I raced with did well as well. And so there's just there was like this existential feeling during, I guess, even before the race. So in 2012, we were ranked as the underdogs. I think we were second to MIT. And I remember like leading up to that race day, feeling like generally pretty chill. Our coach, Bobby Van Allen, which is literally why I went to Hopkins to run because he's the best. But we had like an awesome collaborative group of girls. We're super communicative, really fun personalities. And I remember traveling to the race. I forget where it was. It was like somewhere in Iowa or Indiana. And the night before, they have like the banquet for all the student athletes. And we were just like having a great time, kind of joking around, just like we wore like a fun little, like everyone wore the same outfit. I think it was like white blazers and like a blue scarf or something like that. But Bobby just had this way of making us feel super comfortable and chill and then like kind of turn on when it's time to go. And I think he just like really fostered that environment for us. And then come race day the next day, we all just like turned on and we were like, let's do this. Let's have a great time and let's crush it. And so I remember feeling pretty good in the race. And then Hannah Oneda was like way out in front. And so I knew she was having a great race. And then that race kind of twists and turns and I could see other Hopkins, like Frances Loeb, I think Sophia Meehan and Lara Shagoski and Annie Monagle just like right behind me. And I could just see like like they were like right there, like within a minute behind me. So I felt pretty positive that we were doing well. And I remember Bobby being like, you guys are going to win. And I was like, no way, there's no way. And finishing it like that across that finish line, you know, just feeling this elated feeling of being like, okay, I'm all American. That's great. But did we win? And just like seeing all the girls cross the finish line within a minute of me I just knew we had done something pretty amazing. And it was just like immediate. Bobby was like, I just counted it and you guys just blew the competition away. And it was like this true feeling of elation.
You qualified for the 2020 U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials. What was that experience like, and what has motivated you to keep running?
Yeah, I don't know. No, just kidding. I think after I graduated, I did take a break. I moved to South Africa, like I mentioned, and I didn't run, or I ran, hobby jogged basically. And I kind of recognized that I was missing something, like a piece of me or like part of my life was just like not the same. And I moved back to the States and immediately moved the other direction to San Francisco and found the Impala racing team. So it's a local women's running team that I'm on. It's based in San Francisco. It's 170 women that range from women who are just graduated college to over 70 years old. So it's a pretty special group of women. It's a pretty special community. And I think that what I missed in that, what I recognized kind of in retrospect in the year I was in South Africa is like, I just missed that community and the people you can contact and go for a 17-mile run with on a Saturday and just get a drink with at the end of the day after your work day. It's just like the people that you will tell everything to. And so like, as I was thinking about this question, it's just like, I found my best friends on the team. I found my marathon partners. I found my long run confidants and people, and like even my best girlfriend who I ski with every single winter. And ultimately, like, I feel so grateful that I chose this sport, that there's like an element of longevity to it. So like, I didn't think that when I was 11 years old, switching from field hockey to running, I'd be able to do this for the rest of my life. But I have so many girlfriends who are like, hey, can you like make me a training plan for a half marathon or a marathon? And can you like help me go couch to 5K? And I'm just so thankful that this is something that this running in particular is a sport that you can do like pretty much forever. But that being said, finding the Impala racing team like was my catalyst into continuing to being like very competitive, because there's a competitive element to the team, and a lot of girls went to Stanford or Harvard and ran there and continue to run. And so leading up to the 2020 trials, well, qualifying for the trials, I had never run a marathon faster than 3 hours and 12 minutes. And the qualifying standard is 2:45. So it was a long shot. Like I knew I was talented. I just don't think that I had marathons line up for me in a way that I was expecting them to. And I remember training with probably like 15 people who were going for that 2:45 standard in 2018 at California International Marathon up in Sacramento. And that was like the year that those Nike shoes came out too. Those like 4%, whatever, they make you 4% faster, which they made me 100% faster. Like I PR'd by 29 minutes, ran 2:42.56. And I will say I did that with two of my teammates, literally side by side, stride for stride for about 22 miles. And like that just goes right back into like that team mentality, doing like putting in the work. Like obviously you're individually outputting what you can, but doing it beside somebody else makes all the difference. And so qualified for the 2020 Olympic trials, ran the same time at the Olympic trials. And then I actually raced the same race that I raced in 2018 last December and PR'd by another 6 minutes. So technically I have the time for 2024, but the window didn't open until January 1st, 2022. So I have to do it again. That's okay.
Which you can do it again. You can do it again. This time PR by 7 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. My coach was like, if you just keep PRing, you're going to make it to the Olympics at this point. So.
And we'll definitely be watching and cheering you on.
Thank you. So yeah, it is, I'd say running to me is a stress release. It's a friendship builder. It's like so many things. And I'm pretty good about ebb and flowing with I need a break, need a body break. Like, I'm not a Nike sponsored athlete. I do this for fun, and it's fun to constantly be achieving and running faster. But at the end of the day, like, you have to understand that there's more to life than just running. So I think that's like what my community and my team has taught me is like, you're in San Francisco, enjoy the things, go for a bike ride, go surfing, whatever you want to do. But running will always be there and will always be a part of my life.
And running in Cali, I'm pretty sure you have some amazing views too. Switch it up a little bit, and we're gonna go on to Amber's top 5. So these are 5 burning questions that I just have to know. So I love a good quote. So do you have any inspirational or like favorite quotes?
See, I have the worst memory of all time, and I like write them down and read them. But I'm gonna like come up with something as soon as we get off this call.
Okay. Do you have a go-to post-race meal?
My go-to post-race meal?
Yes.
Lately, it's been In-N-Out. I don't know if you know In-N-Out burger. It's like it's an In-N-Out double burger, animal style, extra.
Ooh, and animal style? Okay.
Yeah, with like the sauce on it. It's so good.
So do you have a favorite sports movie?
Remember the Titans, 100%.
That's a good one.
Oh, Spirit in the Sky is my favorite song too. And it's Denzel Washington, right? I'm obsessed with Denzel Washington. But yeah, Remember the Titans has me crying every time. It is so good.
So do you have any race day superstitions?
Socks. Yes. I have to wear. So it's so funny. My last race at CIM, I bought these new socks. I was like, oh, I like love these. Brought my other socks that were just like my lucky socks I wore at the trials, and I've worn at a bunch of 5Ks. They're literally like Amazon compression socks. Like they're like ankle Amazon compression socks. And 2 minutes before they were like, get to the line, I was like, I need to put on my special socks. I was like, I don't want to wear my new socks. I don't want my special socks. And I'm so glad I did, because I had a great race. So that is
so clearly they're lucky. What is your favorite Centennial Conference memory?
Oh, well, beyond winning the national championship with my team, I think my favorite, this is a little bit more of a personal one. It was winning Centennial, or I guess it was like the Centennial Conference, just like league championship, my senior year. And all my girlfriends who I lived with who are non-athletes, they came and watched, drove out to the race. And I didn't see them until I got to the line. And when I was on the line, I saw them screaming at me like right before the gun went off. And I just started bawling. Oh. And then I won the race, and it was like, I think that was like the moment for me that it's like I'm proving myself to my best friends who have never seen me race, and I won. And it was an awesome experience. We talk about it all the time in our group chat still. They call themselves my race dads.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know.
Well, thank you, Holly, for joining us.
Of course. Thank you for having me. This brings back so many memories, and now I'm going to have the best day ever.
Catch a new episode of the Centennial Conference Corner on social media at Centennial Conf, and on our website, centennial.org. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.